Hello students, in this video we are dealing with three Indian English writers named A.K. Ramanujan, Gieve Patel and Vikram Seth. Let's begin with A.K. Ramanujan. Attipate Krishnaswamy Ramanujan was a renowned Indian poet, scholar, folklorist and translator. His works spanned multiple languages including English, Kannada, Tamil and Sanskrit. He was known for his deep engagement with Indian literature, culture, and history, often blending tradition with modern sensibilities. A.K. Ramanujan was born in 1929 and died in 1993. He is a poet, scholar, folklorist, and translator. He is well versed in English, Kannada, Tamil, and Sanskrit. His works dealt with Indian literature, culture, and history, and he often used the technique of blending tradition with modern sensibilities. Let's see his major works. 1. Poetry. Ramanujan's poetry is known for its introspective tone, cultural depth, and personal themes. His notable poetry collections include The Striders, Relations, Second Sight. Number 2. Translation works. He was a pioneering translator of classical Indian literature, bringing regional works to global audiences. Some of his well-known translations include Speaking of Shiva, a collection of Kannada Vachana poetry, The Engineered Landscape, Tamil Sangam poetry, A Flowering Tree and other oral tales from India. Number 3. Folklore. Ramanujan was an expert in Indian folklore and oral traditions. His essays 300 Ramayanas, 5 examples and 3 thoughts on translation sparked academic and political debates on the multiple tellings of the Ramayana across cultures. Number 4. Academic work. He was a professor at the University of Chicago and significantly contributed to South Asian studies, linguistics, and comparative literature. Themes. A.K. Ramanujan's works explore a wide range of themes, blending personal, cultural, and philosophical perspectives. Some of the major themes in his poetry, translations, and scholarly works include 1. Family and personal relationships. Many of his poems reflect on familial bonds, childhood memories, and generational conflicts. Number 2. Cultural identity and bilingualism. Ramanujan frequently explored the tension between his Indian heritage and Western influences. His works often reflect the challenges of being a bilingual writer. 3. Tradition versus modernity. He examined how ancient traditions coexist with modern life, sometimes harmoniously, sometimes in conflict. 4. Mythology and folklore. He was deeply influenced by Indian myths, epics, and folk tales, often reinterpreting them in new ways. Number 5. Love, desire, and sensuality. His poetry often captures the subtleties of human emotions, romantic longing, and physical desire. 6. Alienation and exile. His experience of living abroad, especially in the US, influenced his themes of nostalgia, displacement, and longing for home. 7. Nature and symbolism. Nature is a recurring motif in his poetry, often used as a metaphor for human emotions and existential questions. His ability to blend personal experience with broader cultural and philosophical themes makes his work deeply resonant. A.K. Ramanujan received several prestigious awards for his contributions to literature, translation, and scholarship. Some of the notable awards include Padma Shri, one of India's highest civilian honors, awarded for his contribution to literature and education. Sahitya Akademi Award, awarded for his collected poems, recognizing his significant impact on Indian English poetry. MacArthur Fellowship, also known as the Genius Grant, this was awarded for his exceptional work in literature, linguistics, and folklore studies. National Book Award for Translation, awarded for his translations of classical Indian texts into English, making them accessible to a global audience. Commonwealth Poetry Prize, awarded for his contributions to English poetry, highlighting his role as a major post-colonial poet. Next writer is Gieve Patel. Gieve Patel was an Indian poet, playwright, painter, and physician. He was a key figure in modern Indian English literature and was associated with the Bombay Poets movement along with poets like Nisim Ezekiel and Arun Kolatkar. Literary contributions. Patel's poetry is known for its deep engagement with themes of social injustice, violence, urban life, and human suffering. Some of his well known poetry collections include poems, How Do You Withstand Body, Mirrored Mirroring, etc. His poems often reflect the harsh realities of Indian society, particularly the struggles of marginalized people. One of his most famous poems, On Killing a Tree, is a powerful metaphor for resilience and the destruction of nature. Plays and other works. Gieve Patel also wrote plays that focused on political and social themes such as Princess, Savaksa, Mr. Vikram, painting, and other interests. In addition to literature, Patel was an accomplished painter known for his depictions of urban life and human figures. His art has been exhibited in major galleries in India and abroad. By profession, Patel was a medical doctor, which gave him unique insights into life and suffering, often reflected in his creative works. Themes. Gieve Patel's works explore a variety of themes, often reflecting his deep concern for society, nature, and the human condition. Some of his major themes include 1. Violence and social injustice. Patel frequently addresses themes of oppression, brutality, and societal inequalities. His poetry often highlights the struggles of marginalized people and critiques system of power. Number 2. Human suffering and mortality. As a doctor, Patel had first-hand experience with illness, death, and suffering, which influenced his work. His poems and plays often reflect on the fragility of human life. Number 3. Nature and ecological concerns. One of his most famous poems, On Killing a Tree, is an extended metaphor for destruction and resilience. Patel often contrasts nature's endurance with human recklessness. Number 4. Urban life and alienation. Living in Mumbai, Patel captured the complexities of city life, portraying urban alienation, decay, and survival. His works reflect the struggles of individuals in a rapidly changing world. 5. Identity and existentialism. Many of Patel's works explore questions of self-identity, belonging, and the purpose of life. His characters often grapple with inner conflicts and philosophical dilemmas. 6. Psychological and physical struggles. His medical background gave him a deep understanding of both physical pain and psychological trauma, which he explored in his poetry and plays. These themes make Patel's work deeply introspective, socially relevant, and artistically rich. Gieve Patel did not receive many mainstream literary awards, but he was widely respected for his contributions to Indian English poetry, drama, and art. While specific award records are limited, he was recognized for his work in various ways. Sahitya Akademi recognition. Though he did not receive the Sahitya Akademi Award, his poetry was widely appreciated in literary circles and included in academic curricula. Kala Goda Arts Festival Tribute. Patel was honored at this prestigious festival for his contributions to literature and painting, exhibitions, and fellowships. His paintings were exhibited in major galleries in India and abroad, and he was invited to participate in international literary and artistic events. While he may not have won many formal awards, his influence on Indian poetry and art remains significant. Next, Vikram Seth. Vikram Seth is an Indian novelist, poet, and translator born on June 20, 1952 in Kolkata, India. He studied at prestigious institutions such as the Doon School, Oxford University, and Stanford University, where he initially pursued economics before shifting to literature. His exposure to diverse cultures, having lived in India, the UK, the US, and China, has significantly influenced his writing. Let's see his major works. Seth is known for his versatility, writing across genres including novels, poetry, and travelogues. Some of his most notable works include A Suitable Boy, a widely acclaimed novel set in post independence India exploring themes of love, family, and politics. An Equal Music, a novel centered around a violinist and his lost love, delving into themes of music and memory. The Golden Gate, a novel in verse form written entirely in sonnets depicting life in California. Two Lives, a memoir about his great uncle and great aunt, blending personal history with global events. Beasley Tales from Here and There, a collection of fables written in verse. From Heaven Lake, a travelogue based on his hitchhiking journey through China. Let's see his major themes. Love and relationships. Romantic and family relationships are central to many of his works, particularly in A Suitable Boy and Unequal Music. Cultural and social issues. His novels reflect class, caste, and political issues, especially in A Suitable Boy. Exile and identity. His works frequently deal with migration, displacement, and cultural conflicts. Music and art. See notably in Unequal Music and The Golden Gate. History and personal narratives. Explore deeply in Two Lives. Awards and recognition. Commonwealth Writers' Prize for A Suitable Boy. Padma Shri, one of India's highest civilian awards. W. Smith Literary Award for Unequal Music. Pravasi Bharatiya Samman, recognizing his contributions as an overseas Indian writer. Vikram Seth is one of India's most celebrated contemporary writers, known for his lyrical prose, intricate storytelling, and deep cultural insights. His ability to write across multiple genres and themes has earned him a unique place in modern literature. Hope you understood the portion. Thank you.